When science
So,
failed me,
I've been seeing lots of stuff where people complain about Marvel Rivals, saying that it sucks, that's not a good game, that it's not aesthetically pleasing, any of that, that it's just going off the hype of Marvel stuff. I'd have to say personally, I disagree with this assessment. Not only do I find a lot of the character design aesthetically pleasing, looking at you, Cloak and Dagger, I just think that overall it's just a fun game to play. And I'm not a good player! I'm not! I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Like, for real. I said I always miss, and then I proceeded to freaking, like, nail them, and then I proceeded to have lots of misses. See? I'm not a good player. My aim sucks. However, when you do land a hit, it's good. But it requires practice. You'll never be good at a game right away. So anyone who has, like, I don't know, 2 hours in the game and says, well, it sucks because I can't get good at it, try messing around in the practice area. Learn your characters. And quick play is, well, where you can go to learn things. People might get mad at you, but honestly, if you spike back at them with grouchiness and, you know, the normal internet venom, it's not going to be fun for you. But I personally never thought I would be good at a character like Hawkeye, but I've been coming here every now and then, practicing my aim. Still fucking up every now and then, but getting better. And I think that's very important if you want to get good at a game, is to practice. And you know what? You might not find that fun, but I do. I love the absolute feel of this game. I mean, shut up, Hawkeye, I'm trying to talk. I love the mobility on some of the characters. I think his double bounce is absolutely nice.
Nice.
Even the characters that people at first didn't think would be fun. Logan, top tier character. You just gotta know how to play him, and sometimes it takes practice, it takes figuring out new moves. For example, if you're right up on an enemy in a group and you do this, you can kidnap people, and it feels great. You have a problem character in a group? Well, let's go. They're not a problem anymore. And though I know I'm not the best, I still have trouble when going for flying characters, a la Iron Man. It's still a lot of fun to kidnap a player and kill them, especially when they're being a pain. And if you can time it well, you can get a lot at once.
As could I, Lord Frieza.
Also, guys, we have canonically height accurate Wolverine. Now, I can kind of see where some people would complain that, oh no, these characters are just like built in a specific way. Look, they're only designed to be sexy, blah, blah, blah. They're fucking superheroes and supervillains. Do you think they're gonna fit like the normal everyday person's physique? Unfortunately, not everyone gets to be a superhero, but you get to in this game. Or, well, a supervillain. The best part about this game is you can play it however you want. If you want to be a character that gets up and close and gets right out real quick, well, you got a Star-Lord. If you want to be a character that's far away and absolutely snipes the brains off of their opponents, you can be a Black Widow. If you want to be the thickest girl, the squirrel girl, you absolutely can. And you got some amazing bounce. I can see why people like the player. If you want to be a man who has voices in his head, well, Moon Knight is the guy for you! And not only does he have voices in his head, voices are real, but you can place down these lovely onks. Oh, I wanted to place it there. You can place down these lovely onks that do rebound damage to everything within their area. And if you have multiple onks next to each other, look at how satisfying that is. And apparently Loki clones count as onks, so it's definitely a very nice pair up there. But there's definitely characters for everything, like long distance tanks, there's close distance tanks, there's different variety of healers. Loki is the little shit. So when people say that they think this game is awful, I really want to understand the point are they coming from. Are they just mad that a Marvel game has done very well? Because, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I suck at hero shooters. But I fucking love this game. The way it just feels so nice. Playing, like, even the different characters. Depending on my mood, I can just switch between different characters and have fun. I will admit, there are times where playing with people is toxic. You'll heal the shit out of people and they'll be like, where's my healer? While you're getting gangbanged by two tanks in the background. You're like, I'm fighting for my fucking life. But overall, just the feel of this game, the aesthetics are so pleasing. It's not too bright, but it's not too dark. There's a nice visual balance. The game overall feels well. I've had people playing on both controller and on keyboard do equally well, so there's not necessarily any advantage playing one over the other. Characters might be specific to which one you'd prefer to use. I think there might be, like, the Jeff wall climb, I think would be easier to do on a controller than a keyboard and mouse. But I think it's overall balanced very well. The only issues I ever really have with it are graphics and then toxic players, but there's always going to be toxic players, no matter where you go, unfortunately. I try to sometimes kill them with kindness, but I will admit sometimes I get spicy back. It's just the name of the game. But I do think it's important that if you are playing this game and you see someone struggling, maybe instead of feeling, whoa, you fucking suck, you're the worst, tell them that they can do better. If you can't give an answer, then shut the fuck up. Simple as that. Because sometimes people need to learn and they're gonna be bad. Of course they're gonna be bad.
Do you think I came out the pussy drawing fucking Mozart?
They have to learn to get better, but they're not gonna learn if you only tell them they suck. What if the person that you tell, if you tell them that they fucking suck at Hawkeye, well, what if you told them a couple of tips and tricks that could have made them one of the best Hawkeye players on your team? Maybe lift some people up instead of bringing them down, homie. But overall, everything about this game, between how it looks, how it plays, how it feels, I just think it is a nice game overall. I've never really played Overwatch, but nothing about it was appealing. What really got me to try out this game was literally seeing a Jeff, a Wolverine, swallowing up Hulk, and then the Wolverine getting launched back at them at Mach 10 because they leaped. Perish. I think if people talk about what they don't like in this game and are giving actual critical information, like specific design flaws, not just, I don't like the way they look, which is what honestly I've been seeing a lot of it amount to. Well, it's not realistic. They're fucking comic book superheroes! Of course it's not realistic! Do you think it's realistic for a symbiotic thing to exist and have that much cake? I mean, really, he's caked up! I just want to point out that Venom has the most cake out of, like, all of the male characters, and I think Venom stole all of the cake from the other men. No cap on God. You know what? I am female, and you know what I think when I see this? When I see this, I don't get offended. You know what I do? I go, damn, good for her. Like, god damn. And you can't say that's unrealistic. I have seen people like this IRL. And you know what? You know what? Squirrel Girl is a prime example. Prime example
Kind of have a crush on
of thick fit.
Tippy toe spotted bad guys.
Same girl. Same. Same. So I do really think that, one, if you're gonna hate on the game, you should definitely try it out. It is free to play. I would say try some practice in the practice range. Find a character that feels good to you. Actually, I'd say find a Vanguard, a support, and a duelist, one of each, that feels good to you. Practice on those, try them out, play a couple of games, and you're not gonna be good right away, okay? You're not. And you might not have fun right away, but I think even just being in here and hitting stuff, it feels so freaking satisfying. And who isn't gonna love a squirrel stampede? And the game is still evolving. A lot of people say that you have to like play the beta or whatever to get in the game. No, Join the game whenever you want, okay? You might not be good as other people right away, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if you are not as good as other people when you start off a game, okay? Who gives a fuck? People say that you suck, that you're a scrub, whatever. You just started. Who the fuck is gonna be good at a game right away? I mean, some people might, but who cares? You should just care about you and improving yourself. And yes, sometimes it sucks to lose a bunch, but how are you gonna get better if you don't try, right? Like, even though I know half of these targets are stationary, but I would not have been able to do this a week ago. I would not. But you know what I did? Practice. I'm getting better. I might not be good every game. I might suck some games. But, you know, you learn, you practice, you get better. And I gotta say, this game overall is just so much fun. So much fun. Between unique character designs, unique versions of beloved characters, I think that superhero fatigue isn't real. I think it was just poor writing fatigue, bad game fatigue. We want something that feels good, looks good, and is fun. And this game is just fun. Some people might not find it fun, but as someone who does not play hero shooters, I've been having a fucking blast. And do you know how much fun it is to play with your friends in this game? So nice. Not only that, I get to stare at hot freaking comic book guys the whole time. I get to be Wolverine.
Look good in any timeline.
And he does. It's just so good. I definitely say if you've been looking at it and you've been like, I don't know, I think it's definitely worth a try. If you do have an older computer, it might not be able to handle it. I do think that they're coming up with some graphical improvements so that it should hopefully run better. I do think that fixing the strange portal thing is definitely very important. I would say definitely if you're having problems, I would open up your task manager, which just, you know, Control-Alt-Delete if you don't know how, hit task manager, go to your performance, and pay attention to how much your GPU is being utilized when playing this game. Because if it's being utilized above 90%, I would definitely say it should be your priority to lower your graphics. And if it's as low as it can go and it's running so high, know that you might crash, which sucks. But, you know, until they fix some of that, that will be a problem. I definitely say that if you are saying that this game sucks without trying it, well, get out of here. I think you need to give it an actual try. I think you need to not just play 1 or 2 rounds and then say that it sucks because you didn't have a good time because you didn't know how to play a character. I definitely say what was very helpful for me into falling in love with the game was finding just a character that feels good, a la Wolverine. I started off with Wolverine. He felt fun. I died a lot, but you know what? It was fucking fun to go diving into a group of enemies, start dicing some shit up, and scaring the shit out of people sometimes. We're like, oh fuck, Wolverine! And you know what? I might have died, but I learned in those deaths. I learned that one, you want to get close to the characters with your right click, then kidnap them, and then beat the shit out of them in a corner. So if you like what you saw, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. This isn't my normal kind of video. I normally stream. I'm sorry if this sucks and I did not articulate my points very well, because I can't write scripts for shit, so I just fucking freeballed this. But I definitely would say that it is important to try the game for yourself to give a proper assessment. I have about 60 hours into the game. I'm almost level 30. I don't play competitive very often because it's rough, which I've got to say, Marvel Rivals, fix your shit, because if 2 people DC, I should not go down in rank. Okay, if it's 4 against 6, I should not fucking lose a rank for losing the round. Okay? That's bullshit. That is bullshit. I should not lose rank when my teammates DC. Or if I have a fucking teammate that intentionally AFKs, which luckily they got banned, because even the opposing team was like, what the fuck? That's horseshit. Fuck you. But I would say give positive criticism to your teammates if you're seeing they're doing anything wrong, if they're receptive to it. If they're not, just fucking go on with your day. Be nice to your teammates if you win. Be nice to your teammates if you lose. Don't whine like a little man child or a woman child if you lose and weren't getting the heals that you wanted. You never know. Your healers might have been getting gangbanged in the corner by 2 tanks. So just because you don't see them doesn't mean they aren't trying. Okay, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day or night, and I hope to see you guys next time and in the next video if I actually fucking make one. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. I'm gonna just call. Bye.